Uh, let's start. No challenge this time. Um, all right, so we've got big fallow. Okay, that's like a newly planted field, probably. Um, let's see. It looks like it's big and flat, which makes me think maybe of Atlantic or northern France. Um, it's a French map, so um, okay, so that's there was the big French bollard, of course. Let's see. Yeah, this is a big, long, straight road for Europe, La Bordeaux Mount Obulo. Hmm. Big French bollards. Classic. Oh, the deer crossing sign, like I've noticed that both France and Quebec have wonderful deer crossing signs. Um, like that the deer looks, just much more acrobatic on their signs. It's okay. So this is roughly a north-south road, long and straight. So I'm gonna guess it's this area. Uh, although, farther north might also be a possibility. I don't think this is Mediterranean. Just the high level of flatness would. Is that corn? Yeah, corn also tends to be less common as you get it toward the north in Europe because of the the lower summer temperatures there. I mean, when you see a lot of corn in Europe, you're in like Bucharest or Odessa or someplace like that with much warmer, um, much more warmer summertime. Okay, we have Montaché slash V. V. I wonder if V could be Vendée, which where's Vendée? Vendée, I think, is down here. Let's see. Cheroy Nemours. Oh, Nemours is oh, it's the farthest away, and also I know I've heard of it, so it's like a larger town. But if I can remember where it is, and Nemours, mostly you think of like the rich American family, the Dupont de Nemours family, which originally were gunpowder manufacturers for the federal government, in the early days of the United States, and then they became a chemical company. Um, okay, so it was near Saint here. Where's Nemours? Um, yeah, there it is. Okay, so yeah, so just remember that it's Nemours is I guess that's not quite in the no, maybe that is in the Ile-de-France. Yes, it is. Yeah, that's Ile-de-France region. So not far from Paris. Um, okay. Um, there's some of the directional road signs. We have Joburg, not the one in South Africa. We have Beaumont, H. We have Hauterville, which is only 300 meters over that way. Um, Nez de Joburg. Nez means nose. Bay de Calpin. Bay means a bay, so yeah, this looks like it could be oh yeah, Hauterville ends here. Hauterville starts here, okay. Um, Beaumont. Yeah, I think there are a bunch of those, and on the side it's Beaumont hyphen H period. right. Well, maybe that isn't toward the sea. Oh, there it is. Okay, so we have sea to our north. Um, oh, this is cute, like this. Okay, sea to the north, yeah, somewhere up here, up here most likely, Bretagne. Sometimes you'll see bilingual signs in Breton, though, in Bretagne, and, like we haven't seen any evidence of that yet. Okay, let's go the 300 meters into the village here. Yeah, so architecture looks, yeah, I don't know this specifically. It looks very, very French. Um, we have, okay, still not noticing a lot here. Hotel Restaurant de la Hague. Hmm. Yeah, La Hague just means the hedge, so it's not necessarily a reference to the place. Um, a hedge is, it's kind of Normandy is known for those, of course. Cherbourg is in Normandy. Cherbourg Octeville is oh, Cherbourg en Cotentin. Yeah, they've changed the exact name a couple of times. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So we at least got something within the. Oh, hi. I have viewers. All right. Yeah. So I was just starting out on this map, of course. So, uh, hmm, yeah. Well, so we've got this car, European Union blue. Um, what kind of a car is that? Hmm. Yeah, another one of these things to learn for the game, like not good at that one, like thought it might have been a Peugeot logo, which okay, so we have lots and lots of pines, or some conifer at least, right? Um, but I don't know if this looks like Nordic sort of pine forest, like this could be something else. Les Séglières. So no, this is not Nordic type pine forest because we are in France. Okay. Yep. Okay. Auberge des Séglières. Um, yeah, so that's a hotel, right? Okay. Next question is where would you find a forest like this in France? I'm thinking in an elevated region, in an elevated region, like some well, also we know that we are going down a big hill. So yeah, I'm going to say, maybe we're in the Massif Central. Those are big. Maybe we're not in the Massif Central. Those look more like maybe they could be Alps. That they're they're uplift mountains, of some kind. Yeah, I have to be in France anyway. Okay, view down villages in valley, sort of oriented north-south direction. Uh, valley oriented in north-south direction strongly suggests these are not Pyrenees. These are Alps. Um, let's see. Yeah, like I was, yeah, so I was in the right region there around Grenoble, but yeah, Grenoble is interesting because, it's this Y-shaped valley with a large population, like 500,000 people in the city and suburbs, confined into this very narrow Y shape. And so, that can be distinctive in city views, right? Um, we've got laboratoire agricole et viticole, agricultural and viticultural laboratory, because, it's wine, okay. This map is France. I looked at the thing. It does contain a few areas not in France. It says that it has Guernsey, Jersey, and areas around border posts that may not be in France. Um, and that this is European France and Corsica only. So no overseas departments. So you won't get Reunion or someplace like that. We have Syndicat des Vins Côte de Gascogne. Gascogne is like south of Bordeaux, like more toward Bayonne, Biarritz, I think. That it's like País Vasco, the Basque country in Spain. That the name refers to Basques, I think. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense that this could be, like Atlantic France headed. Oh yeah, O5 also has to be. That tells you a little bit of information about area. Um, is Capitale de l'Armagnac. Okay, Armagnac is one of those places that you associate with a wine, right? And that it's a town, I think. Actually, it would be what I should be looking for, right? There's O's. Wait, it's AOs. Um, let's see. Twin towns with Ampuero in Spain. Um, so let's see. We have this is kind of an east-west road. We're entering from this side, so we were somewhere over here, right? I feel like now I can, do a return to start and see with our small remaining amount of time left. Um, yeah, so we were 1.5 from O's. Yeah. Oh, this road was marked, right? Uh, the Route d'Escagnon. Um, okay, yeah, I plunked it, at the last second, and got 29 meters off. So, um, le sport n'a pas de sexe. Wait, wait. Oh, I think that means when they say sport doesn't have sex, they don't mean like that. Um, let's see. Bibliothèque. Okay, INSA de Lyon. Um, so what's INSA? Um, I mean, there's a university there that doesn't have the right. Let's see, Bibliothèque Marie. Um, INSA. Um, does this look like other university buildings around it? Which, like in urban areas, often universities don't have a distinct. Okay, INSA Einstein. It says as the bus stop. Is Einstein the street name? Could be. Um, Centre funéraire municipal. That could be something that's a downtown office, right? Yeah, looking at these things, Théâtre National Populaire. This is somewhere near the center, probably. I let's see, INSA. Um, yeah, I mean Lyon is still pretty large. We'd like if possible like the arrondissement number, right? Because Lyon, like Paris, has those, and they might be on street signs. Um, that's 20 Einstein over there, but um. Oh, just if I could just read that a little bit better, like that looks like it's the arrondissement at the beginning there. I think it might have been four, but that might be wishful thinking. Um, oh, Ville-Urbaine. So this is actually not in Lyon at all. This is okay. So INSA. Um, there's Einstein Selinko. Um, Avenue Albert Einstein. Um, doesn't have street numbers marked. That would be nice. They do in some countries. There's INSA over there. Um, okay, so I'm going to Google here really fast. What is INSA, Leo? Um, the National Institute of Applied Sciences of Lyon. Um, French Grande École and Engineering School. Okay, so this is it's more of a graduate school, I think, right? So that would be, like obviously someplace that would be on a street called Einstein. Um, yeah, I don't know. I think a thing about country streaks is that too much of it is meta, really. Like it's not really my area. Um, I'm interested in trying to figure out things with language architecture, but yeah, I'm bad enough. I don't even know bollards very well. And and also if you look at my statistics on Geofessr, and compare them with, occasionally you'll see ones in screenshots from people's screens. I haven't really played a huge amount of games of any kind yet. That you were, yeah. I think I can't remember if it was you or not. Like talked about the question of how long I'd been doing this, and I realized that it has to have actually been. I have to have actually started. I think after after the beginning of this year. Like so. I mean I could. Yeah. Also, another thing is I know that I haven't renewed my GeoGuessr subscription yet. Um, so it's been less than a year. Um, but let's see. Um, yeah, actually, um, oh yeah, yeah, the statistics. Yeah, I think I played it, just a few times. Um, but yeah, and especially like one of the things that I actually, the other thing is that the distance battle royale actually has this great part about it, is that someone can always get closer than you can. And that's that this will happen all the time, is like you think you're in, and then you notice that everyone else is then you're scrappling, like I think it is a better game, like in some ways with that, that yeah, that I guess, in terms of gameplay, I'm more I guess I'm more interested in 5King things essentially, that yeah, so of course now, I wanted to actually look at, was curious about Quebec maps, because I've been there several times, it's definitely an area of the world that I like. Um, and also, like it's, that's very different looking from France, of course. Yep. See, this is very not France, you know. Um, yeah, so this looks like it's the St. Lawrence Valley probably. Um, we have uh, Luco and Lucluso. Um, 418 is Quebec City area at Eastern. As I remember, it's very large. It can't even contain areas in the far north. Um, yeah. Also, like there's the funny thing that like Quebec actually is much more into the French language than France is. This sign would say "Stop" in France, and as you can see, like this sign says, and it is not bilingual. Um, that if you see bilingual signs in Canada, that tends to actually be a sign that you're in Ontario or New Brunswick. Um, but okay, there's Wallotiseur. Um, yeah, I've been finding out what these things are called in different countries. I think it tells you a lot about a country's relationship with the roads, what it calls these things. Um, and French was what I had to look it up, and French was one of the best, those are called ralentisseurs. And of course, the best one is Swedish, where they are called farthinder. There's that great sign. Yes. So that's, yeah, yeah. By the way, if you see this church, you are in Quebec. That's very much what, like this indicates actually that this is probably not a very small town. Um, that it may be someplace with substantial population. Saint Georges may be, given the 418 area code, maybe we're in some outlying part of Quebec City. Um, let's see, Bibliothèque. Um, okay, there we've got Dosque Saint Agapi, which don't sound familiar. Um, uh, yeah, so I think this is, I think this is in the St. Lawrence Valley from the general appearance of everything. We saw, the larger flat agricultural right after I mention it, the word comes up again, slow down. But so the okay, so yeah, it was closer. Yeah, so it was in the St. Lawrence Valley. It seems like it wasn't a small place though, this village Saint Flavien. Um yeah, also another thing is in Quebec, probably about half of small town names start with Saint. So that's, you know, I think it's one of the highest concentrations of those in the world. Um, we have 450. 450 is around but not in Montreal. I guess that's called Monterrey. Or the I think all of the area codes except for 514 do contain northern areas. Um, hmm. Um, there's a 514 number on that sign, but like this is not in Montreal, but that raises the possibility again that like we could be quite close to it. Um, yeah, that one is a 450. Also in North America, move uh people move mobile phones around all the time without changing the number or even convert landlines into mobile phones and things, and so the system is very slowly scrambling it. It's getting more and more common to see phone numbers that are completely out of area. Um, um, hmm. Oh, there's Quebec dialect on the side, non-standard French, the T apostrophe for tu. Also, the use of the informal pronoun in a sign like that is very Canadian. That a French sign would refer to some random person off the street as vous. Um, yeah, still nothing obvious for where we're at though. Um, I mean, we're running low on time, but it's yeah, I'm thinking it's around here. Um, yeah, it's not big open and agricultural, like this is a more forested area, like maybe uh I don't know, it could be over in here, I think. Um, sort of headed toward like Estrie over here. No, it wasn't. It was okay, it was in the Saint-Jacques area. So yeah, so here it rapidly gets more hilly coming out of Montreal, and in fact that starts with there's of course Montreal itself on the island, and there's this strange looking set of they're actually worn down remnants of volcanoes in a straight line coming out of Montreal called the Monterrey Hills, and like Montreal is one of them. There's this one here in let's see, is that one Mont Saint Hilaire? Uh, I can't remember. There's Mont Saint Bruno. Um, yeah, there's Mont Saint Bruno. That's Mont Saint Hilaire, I think. And that there's several more in a straight line extending, into the Appalachian Plateau on this side. Um, but yeah, that the Montreal area, it is for the St. Lawrence Valley is relatively unflat. Um, and that looks like there's a school building here. Um, uh, I would like to be able to see the name, but it's behind all these leaves. Fatima, okay. Uh, yeah, École Dame de Fatima, which is, not a geographical name. Our Lady of Fatima was the apparition of the Virgin Mary in I think early 20th century Portugal. Um, you know, a lot of things are, a lot of Catholic things are named after her. Uh, Mégantic. Okay, Lac Mégantic, I know. Um, that's down this direction from Quebec City on the direction toward Portland here. I think. No, it's farther down actually. Like it's over here. Um, okay. Um, yeah, yeah, it is at the end of it is on one of the roads coming down to Maine, but not the main one. Um, Also, this was the site of the Lac Mégantic disaster, where there was a derailment of a train carrying petroleum products into the village center, which I think it killed dozens of people, in a large fire. Um, Wait, I probably don't need to keep looking around now if I have a reasonable idea for town name, right? Because I this is an area that has street signs. We have Danielle, um, and Notre Dame. Okay. Um, there's Danielle, Salaberry, Notre Dame. Okay, so yep, 31 meters. Um, 819. Okay, so I think we've actually gotten to all of the area codes in Quebec now, because 819 is, I believe it's actually stretches between Montreal and Quebec City from the U.S. border up here, and includes a lot of the northern areas. Um, Wait, that said Rue Principale. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, Rue Principale, Main Street, probably, right? Oh, Gatineau. Okay, Gatineau is across from Ottawa, which I'm kind of surprised. Yeah, I guess that must be in the 819 then, which yeah, I hadn't really thought about that part of the province existing, right? That right, because it's farther, it's farther to the west. You think more of Ontario being west of Quebec, right? Yeah, but there's okay. So we have Lord Elmer and Jubilee. Um, oh, I get it. This Group Principal is actually the trail net thing here. Okay, let's see. So we have it's parallel to Lord Aylmer, which is kind of a you know, and we're running low on time. Um, Aylmer. Um, yeah, maybe I'm not on a big enough street. Well, I'm in Gatineau at least, right? Let's see. So Jubilee was sort of north south, right? Um, no, there's more Gatineau over there. Okay, so this was. Oh, there's actually a whole. Yeah, that's right. There's Aylmer. That. Yeah. So Aylmer is that that Canada has a lot of cities with large modern annexations. Where they've combined with other cities, and Gatineau and Hull were combined in, I think, around 2000 or so. Into the present day Gatineau. Hull being directly opposite the center of Ottawa, and then that Aylmer was also annexed by Gatineau. Like so. This is I think the third largest city in Quebec. It's third or fourth. I think it's about the same size as Laval. Um, and Laval is the other island in the Montreal area. Other than the River Island where the city is. Uh, Épicerie Charbonneau. Uh, yeah, that's one of those stereotypically Quebecois family names. That there were actually such a small number of French settlers that the family name distribution in Quebec is totally different from in France. And like, there's a friend of mine that has one of the most common Quebecois names, and when you Google it, everyone that comes up is a North American. There are no French people in Wikipedia, and there are dozens of people with you know uh, with this name in Wikipedia, but not none of them are French. Um, Yep. Quebec has wonderful warning signs like this. This one is about drinking and driving. There's one about texting and driving, à deux doigts de la mort, which means two. It means, two fingers from death. um, which so this is hilly. This could be a northern route actually. Um, 309. Um, there's something there. Mont-Laurier 63. Okay, Mont-Laurier is I think north of Montreal. It's up here. Uh, um, Wilfrid Laurier was a great Prime Minister of Canada from circa 1910. I think was from Saint-Laurentide, which is in this area, and there's a place called Montmorey and Notre Dame de Pontmain. Oh, this is another thing: is that Quebec place names have a huge number of hyphens in them. Um, I've seen as many as five. Um, Saint Catherine de la Jacques Cartier, for instance, I think was the place that I've seen with that. Um, we have, let's see, I mean, I know approximately where Moloye is, but I can't find it on the map. Um, but yeah, I think it's over here. Maybe like finding 308 would be easier. Um, right. Do these numbers make much sense? Probably not. That is the North American pattern for these things. Oh, 309 was it? Okay. Um, So yeah, like Mont Tremblant is I know is a well-known ski area in and so there's the road coming up out of Montreal, through Saint Jérôme, which was on one of our previous rounds. Um, okay, so there's yeah, so it was okay. Um, yeah, so I guess then some other area like I mean I sort of like lately urban world um do you want to do something generalized also of course in streaming like chat guesser for instance like you usually choose some sort of map that's international so as to not inconvenience part of the audience. um but yeah, so we got this one. Yeah, just open up another tab here. uh
they little like they little like they little like
Yeah, so I'll just put that in the chat. And um, then I want to wait a few minutes because, that I've set it for 3 minutes. I'll just keep that. Wait, I can just put a timer on the machine, right? Um, yep. Okay. 2 minute Google timer. So just when that goes off, then we're sufficiently delayed so that the thing shouldn't. Maybe I should actually go for um, but yeah, that there's of course the sync problem if you have a challenge on the stream that you don't necessarily want to be working on the same round at the same time, right? Um, yeah, so that's can be a bit odd to have a longer challenge time for rounds. That um, maybe wait another 15 or 20 seconds, right? Um, hmm, yep. Okay, now I can start. Um, and I have a location that did not load. Okay, so I refresh and get it. Okay, we have La Cocina Moderna. That could be Mes Blanco Azul Mediterraneo. Okay, this is French. I mean Spanish. We have San Carlos.es. Um, could be. Yeah, this looks kind of like Madrid actually. Okay, that's just a groove down the street. Uh, not that you would run a streetcar on something like this. It's um, we have Calle de Enrique Cuatro. Um, let's see. Is so by Henry the Henry? So is Henry the Fourth a king of Spain, or do they mean Henry the Fourth of France, Henry of Navarre, who would being from Navarre, it would suggest Pamplona as a possibility. Um, Let's see, Oxfam Interbon. Um, okay, let's look at that church. Um, Interesting rocks used in it. Um, Wait, a newsstand you may be able to get close enough to read things. You may see. No, it's magazines. There's El País, which is national. Yeah. Also, it looks like language is solidly Castilian. Like we're not in some place with a different local language. I think. Um, Calle de Regalado, Calle de Teresa Hill. Um, okay, and so now we have a very impressive church. White marble. Um, Museo. Oh, yeah, I forgot to guess. Um, yeah, Valladolid. Okay, that's where it was. Um, okay, we have Arabic. No other language. Um, so let's see. Not seeing French, so Jordan and UAE are possibilities. City center. It just says Markaz Al Madina, so no specificity on where it is. Palestine Islamic Bank. Um, that suggests maybe this is well, it's Jordan or Palestine. Like a lot of Palestine is actually in Street View as part of the Israeli coverage, or even well, I'd probably see .ps. Yep. Um, and also, I think it says Nablus on that sign, which would Bank of Palestine. Yep. Nadia Saloon. Saloon? um, um, let's see, Western Union. Yeah. So what did I say? Nablus, right? Uh, let's see. Nablus is it north of Israel, or I mean, is it north of Jerusalem, or is it south? Um, I thought Nablus was up here, right? That well, Ramallah is up there, right? That there's Ramallah. Oh, right, Nablus is up here. Yeah, most of the large towns in Palestine are in a north-south line running through Jerusalem. Um, and so we have Jericho Medical Center. So we have. I don't think this is Jericho. Jericho is small. It's very hot near the Dead Sea. Um, oh, this is Jericho. Oh, Okay. Hmm. So we've got okay, new construction, big apartment buildings. Um, Hochspannung. Okay, German. Um, we have those poles. Hmm. Yeah. Okay. We have censorship. Um, is that a street sign over there? It looked like it was. Yeah. That those are not those. This is not Berlin. In fact, I don't know that one. Rottelkoferstrasse. Also, it's STR period, so we can't see if it's Switzerland or not by looking for the SZ in Strasse. Um, NEU.de. Okay, so yeah, this almost has to be Germany with the amount of censorship involved, right? Um, let's see, a Quadelkofer. Um, let's see, what do I think about the architecture? Um, I'm leaning already to it's not Eastern, right? That you see sometimes the big Baumgartnerstrasse. Yeah, again, it's abbreviated everywhere. Um, Hamburger. Hamburger with an E. Naturgenießen. Okay, Baumgartnerstrasse is something large. Um, Mittlerer Ring. Okay, if it has a ring highway, that it. Could this be um? If it has a ring highway, could this be not in Berlin but near it? So it doesn't have the same street signs. Uh, hmm. Hansa. Oh, keep forgetting to guess. Uh, it was München. Okay, Munich. Right. Um, let's see. King Albert Avenue. Blue Mountain Street. Who's King Albert? I don't think. I don't think. There's been a King Albert. Like there's Victoria's husband. Albrecht von Sachsen-Coburg and Gotha. But Prince Albert. We have. Okay, so we are in Canada. Um, Tim Hortons. We are in Canada. Austin Avenue. What are those signs? Blue Mountain Park, Fire Hall. Mm, nothing. Um, looks like we have hills, bridges. Um, also looks kind of warm and nice, like Vancouver, like looks like this. But yeah, Vancouver is actually, like a pretty warm, like sort of oceanic site, like especially it has much higher winter temperatures than Toronto does. Um, we have Lord Baden-Powell Elementary School. That's Baden-Powell, the founder of the Boy Scouts. We have Dancy and Joyce. Uh, Baden-Powell also was a commander in the Second South African War. Was but like one of those British Empire figures that you would see things like schools named after. 604 is Vancouver. Um, on this Korean sign. Um, so no idea specifically of where in Vancouver this could be, and we're running out of time. Um, okay, so it was actually off to the west. This is probably Burnaby, or could be wait, actually I can these things can be checked, right? You go to Google Maps, um, and then you can okay, so it's no longer plotted, but I can get the boundaries. Okay, so it's not New Westminster. Burnaby, I think, is enormous. No, it's not. It's Coquitlam. Yeah, yeah, it's Coquitlam. Um, okay. Um, Lansdowne Street. We have dry hills like this. Interior savings. Um, is this Canada again? Um, like the drier hills like that, I would think, interior, as we've seen recently, it can get shockingly hot in the interior of British Columbia. Um, you have 250 Kamloops, so this is in fact interior British Columbia. Not that far from our previous round. Kamloops is here. Um, so we caught this early, so we'll probably get a 5K on this. Um, yeah, there's Lansdowne. Um, it's Lansdowne and third, and and 2 meters. All right, so then that map's done. All right. Let's see. We've been yeah, I haven't played Japan in a while. I like to do that. Um, just in case there's anyone on the stream that's interested, I can copy that. And then once again, like wait 3 minutes or so until, so that people can get ahead. Yep. So then now I can take a break, do some stretching. Okay. Big, long, and straight, in Japan makes you think Hokkaido immediately. Okay. So we have a piece of village over here. PTA. Wait, is that an address plate? No. Hmm. Let's see. 330 something. We have a phone number. 248 Northern Mainland. Uh, so yeah, so on Northern Mainland it goes 171819, and then the twos are here and extending down into Northern Kanto. 248 is not Northern Kanto because Northern Kanto is 24. I mean, is 272829. So 24. I know Sendai is 22 because the largest city in the region for the first digit usually gets two as the second digit. So I'm thinking maybe this is Fukushima Prefecture or okay, not seeing any city on there. So Japan has a straightforward geographical pattern of area codes, which is worth learning. Um, it's not the United States. Well, I mean, I know U.S. area codes a lot, but I live here and I am, crazy. Classic kawaii, the Nippon delivery thing, 78233, 5, right, which 6 digits. Okay, that's also a less, may indicate less populated area, um, right, which would go with it being Fukushima Prefecture. Um, okay, there's the city on there on the plate. Um, if it were large enough to read. Um, okay, so so it was something longer. It was probably the Sukagawa. That's what it was. Okay. We have, let's see, so it's small hills, some larger ones in the distance. Um, let's see, do I feel like searching on this side or let's see, does it look like there's anything in that direction? No. Um, yeah, this village is tiny too. We have the politics signs. Uh, don't see anything. We have that is something Sawa, I think, on the sign. Um, wait, that looks like the city there. It's Omiya City, or I thought that was a geographical character with Sawa, but what is this, and why does it have a little dog on it? Um, okay. Well, I'll sort of vaguely remember the location from that side and look for more evidence, right? We don't have any idea where to look for it, even if. Hmm. Let's see, no phone numbers or anything on the business there. Also here, should be on the lookout for address signs. 0120 is not geographical. Um, yeah, that's an important exception to remember actually for the Japanese system is that 0120 and 0800 I think are not geographical codes, and then the other ones run 1 to 9 north to south. Tokyo equals 3. Okay. Um, so it was northern again. It was yeah, Akita Prefecture. Yeah, you get the north a lot, in Japanese rounds. I think that the algorithm, tends to select things, in a way that is more uniform with territory than population. Um, okay, so this looks high density. Could be metropolitan, could be confined site. Um, okay, nothing. Something about a hospital. Um, Locations like this, you look for address plates. Wait, is that a yellow license plates? I think they're the same color everywhere in Japan, though. So, wait, there's one of those things. Yep. Okay, we have it is a metropolitan area. Chuoku meaning the downtown area. Um, oh yeah, yeah. Here it is. Koa something one Chome Chuoku 33. Um, it doesn't say which large city Chuoku is in. Um, yeah, it's like Kukumizu or something like that. One Chome 17. Yeah, so that was one Chome 17. One Chome 33 was across from it, showing that the numbers make no sense whatsoever. Um, okay. And it was okay, so we remember that it was Chuoku and keep looking. So we know now that it's in a city large enough to be divided into ku. Um, a phone number would give us that at this point. So that's what we want to look for. Um, no area code, 7 digits. Uh, 7 digits, 7 digits. Foot. Oh shoot. And yep. Yeah, I haven't really. Oh, Kumamoto. Yeah, okay. And so, as advertised, it's in the center. I found Chuoku on the sign. Um, yeah, so we started there. Oh, there's the hospital. Yeah, I said there was one. Right, Kuamizu. Yeah, that's what the thing is called. What are they? Parsi Temple. There are Zoroastrians in Japan. Who knew it? Maybe maybe there's something wrong with their algorithm that yeah, that's what that's what it claims that is. Uh, okay, I just want to check Kuamizu Hospital, Kumamoto Zoroastrian in Google. Um, okay, nothing, no result comes up. In fact, like under, or was it Kagoshima Zoroastrian? No, it was Kumamoto, right? Um, yeah. um, 6 digit phone number. Uh, we got traffic light sign obscured. No phone numbers. Two and six there. Um, oh no, that's just two six Trome. Okay, I was looking to see. Sapporo has a distinctive system of numbered streets, and so that's something to look for on those signs, right? We have Seiko Mart, more six-digit phone numbers. Um, yeah, it's something Shiro 2. Yeah, this is like second section or something. 7 Trome 3. Um, Matsumoto Clinic. Matsumoto is, it could be a last name, of course, but Matsumoto is on this, on the island of Shikoku, I think. Um, or not. Maybe I was thinking of Matsuyama. Okay, so we have six-digit phone numbers. Um, Also, from the address being 7 Trome, that suggests that it may be a larger urban area, just because it has neighborhoods with 7 Tromes in them. Um, Wait, what was that? It looked like someone was yeah, back there was someone doing. Okay, it's just road workers. Well, I was confused, I think, by the green broom, like it looked like something odd going on. Hair shop, no phone numbers. Well, none with area codes. Um, Six digits. It's like what you might expect in a small city. Okay, it was Asahikawa. Okay. Um, let's see this thing. Okay, we have masks. Um, so new coverage. Um, yeah, I feel like a sign like that should have a city on it. Um, oh, we got a baseball team. Um, yeah, it was something Aoka, Nagaoka, maybe. Wait, that's an address poll. Um, Not very readable. One Chome 20. Um, Hyodari in hiragana. Uh, Kitaku. Okay, so this is a city large enough to be divided into ku. Kita means north. So phone number would give us the city. Would give us the city in the section of it now. Um, Running short on time already. Where do I feel like this is? Sendai again? Does Sendai have a Kitaku? Maybe. Um, 078, no. 078 is Osaka area. Uh, could be Kyoto or Kobe. I wait, Kobe does have a Kitaku, I think. Because yeah, oh yeah, it's this huge northern area. That there's actually like another. Um, there's it's one of those municipality mergers. That's taken in huge areas. Um, yeah, this could be up in the hills certainly, like that. And it was Kobe. It was farther south than that, but apparently it was in Kitaku. Yeah, it was one Chome, right? We saw that on the address plate. Yeah, the high score is going to be absurd looking because of the the missing guess. Right. Also, only 37 points on round four. That one was quite bad because I guessed in Shikoku and it was in Hokkaido. Okay. Um. Right. I. Um. Any suggestions for things to play? Anything like that? Um. Yep. I often don't pay very much attention to the chat doing this. Right. Yeah, there it is. Fried Chicken World appears again as a suggestion when I do the search. Yeah, I've been thinking about Eastern Europe and Cyrillic alphabet places, and so that Russia is a thought, right? Um, yeah, and actually, just in case anyone's interested, I can put up a challenge on this. Take a 3 minute break, um, and then yeah, so challenge, right, and then 3 minute timer. Yep. So I'll be back in a little after 3 minutes of elapsed, probably to so that people that caught the challenge can get ahead of me. Hmm. Okay, so that's 3 minutes. Uh, and you just take a little bit of extra time, but yeah, it's definitely an issue that, in challenges, it's a bit clumsy to have rounds long enough, like to actually go for it's I kind of like like this game to be a little bit more slow paced, and deliberate. Like it was a funny thing when I was a kid. I couldn't play any video game, I wasn't good at any video game that involved shooting for some reason, that something about maybe how my reactions work. Um, we have story. We have this letter at the end. This is only found in Russian and Belarusian, whatever that's called, which, um, of course, Street View is illegal in Belarus, just like everything else, um, including doing nothing. Um, yeah, so this, oh, and of course, like it's a Russia map, so we have Mobilnuya, Atelia. Let's see, I don't see anything. You'll see often addresses with a on these sorts of signs. Sometimes you'll see addresses with the city indicated with with G period, like here. G period Chelyabinsk. Okay, so we of course know Chelyabinsk from the small asteroid impact. um yep. uh you know uh Forested and field landscape, karst lakes, yeah, so heading, a bit dry looking, and in fact here we have Yekaterinburg and Ufa are that way, Kustanai and Troitsk are that way. um let's see, Ulica Darina, or uh let's see, Densa trucks. Yeah, this is Chelyabinsk Troitsky Trakt, which there's the Troitsk over there, right? Um, so I know where Ekaterinburg and Ufa are. They're far away, but Kustanai and Troitsk are closer looking. Kustanai, oh, Kustanai is in Kazakhstan, right? Like it's down here. Okay. Um, so maybe we're at more of a major intersection. Wait, Kustanai, Troitsk is on the border with Kazakhstan, right? Uh, And then Kustanai is it actually starts with a Q, right? Kostanai or something like that. Um, yeah. Uh, so I'm thinking, like big intersection, like maybe this one. That wait, that would actually work, right? That there's, yeah. In fact, right there is Troitsky Trakt, which I mentioned as one of the streets. It was on the it was Troitsky Trakt was on the sign for the car dealer. That's right. Um, okay. Looks northern. We have birches, right? Lots of birches with the white bark, straight trunks. Um, so we're fairly far to the north then. Although I think this sort of birch and pine forest can be found much farther south on the Pacific side of Russia, like down, at least as far as Heilongjiang province of China. Um, oh yeah, this is quite northern looking. Um, we're nowhere near the tree line, but in fact, it looks like we may be in an environment that still has significant agriculture. Um, yeah. Also, yeah. Look at the you know that they're at least producing hay. Um, okay, so now we've encountered a large opening. Um, yeah, Soviet field sizes were enormous. Like that you commonly see in satellite images. You can find square fields 2 kilometers on a side. Um, 400 hectares. Um, I mean, in the U.S., an entire section is, six. It's what is that? 260 hectares. Whatever 1.609 times 1.609 is. Right. I think that's right. 260 hectares is one section in a U.S. landscape, and that it seems like the most common field size in the U.S. is actually quarter sections. Um, you know, so 65 hectares. Yeah. So this is also a sign that this area is less populated and enormous. Like which I mean, you would expect it being northern, and it's not working right. Uh, right. And always remember to guess. Um, so it was Eastern, it turned out like I was Torgovit Center. Oh, Servisnia. For a second, I thought it was about something about Serbia. Um, Gorod Surgut. Okay, so that we're in uh, we're in Yugra, probably in Surgut. Um, Ulica Andreevsky Zayez 2-3. Um, let's see, Remont. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, so there's yeah, this looks like it could be consistent with Surgut, like subarctic forest, sand. Like people have remarked often on how sandy the environment around Surgut is. Um, Ulica Ostrovskovo 37-1. Um, we have some industrial stuff, Etalon, Mosmart. Yeah, also Surgut is new. It doesn't have like Khrushchev era buildings in it. Um, it's there's a lot of this is more like late Soviet. Like it's sort of tending toward the kind of Legoland style that you see in modern Russian architecture. Um, uh, we have a French truck. Um, we have a German truck. Oh, another thing is, about, Surgut is, uh, it's a higher income area of Russia, and so, that's another reason why it looks sort of bright and shiny like this, from the appearance, it almost looks like you could be, in North America, right? In say Anchorage. Um, okay, so it was up there. Uh, so we were on Neftoyuganskoye Chaussee. Uh, so I didn't get the name of the street, right? We have bollards. Yeah, this is another area that looks, like sparsely populated, big open. Um, let's see, is this more, like these I think are, like poplars, like that are more of a Central Asian looking tree. 1475 means that this road is enormous, and I think like Omsk is sort of a good candidate. As I remember, those the main the big road with the ginormous like bornage numbers here, like 1475, um, is numbered from west to east. And I think Omsk might actually not be like 1400. I think maybe we're more near Kurgan. Um, although this road looks like it's in a north-south orientation, so maybe could we be, we could be going to like Rubtsovsk, except, I mean that road is enormous, but a lot of it is in Kazakhstan. Those looked like they might have something on them if they are ever readable. Um, let's see, Pribrezhnya Zashchitnya, 100 meters, MPR Russian Federation. Let's see, Pribrezhnya means, like on the banks, I think. Um, Vodoochrania Zona, okay. 1477. Okay, so mostly we just still know the road is enormous. Bridges sometimes have body of water markings, like on that long sign there. Um, Podborovia. Okay, that's. I was looking for. Sometimes you see names that are, clearly of non-Russian origin on those things. That can give you an idea of where we are. No, that's that Pripudeshnya sign again. Yeah, so that's just. Uh, yeah, yeah. So, oh yeah, this really looks big, empty, and like. Ooh, okay. So it was okay. So that explains it then. The 1485 must have been the distance from Vladivostok, right? Because if you have an enormous, kilometer sign like that, yeah, yeah. So we have okay, and so last round on the map. Um, are there military trucks chasing that guy in the Mercedes? Maybe he dropped something. Is it a body? There's Mercedes guy. And maybe that's not a military truck, like that. Oh, that's French looking. Um, okay, we've got it's again conifer birch forest. Um, yeah, looks low. Looks maybe not very agricultural. Oh, we have Pityak and Khanty-Mansiysk. So those are, first of all, very non-Russian looking names. And Khanty-Mansiysk, I actually know is it's east of Surgut. There, yeah, they're Khanty-Mansiysk. It's the capital of the Khanty-Mansi region. We have Pityak is only 79. Um, let's see. So that's facing north. So yeah, there's Pityak over there. 79. Um, what goes to Khanty-Mansiysk? Maybe this thing? Um, let's see. So it's Khanty-Mansiysk is 303 and 79. Um, yeah, maybe near this Polkovsky. Poikovsky. Um, yeah, yeah. So then that suggests that this thing, is primarily an east-west road. Um, in the other direction, oh, we've got Turtas and Tumen. Tumen is in the is south, right? It's over there. Turtas. Yeah, so this suggests that it is a north-south road, but it has to be only like 79 from Pityak, though. It could be this thing, right? Um, right. That believably goes toward Tumen, right? Like that's. Ooh, yeah, a 5.2 kilometer guess is good for, like someplace out in the boondocks like this, and I mean Surgut is pretty far north, like 60, it's like 60 degrees here, north latitude, and it's, this is I think around the edge of the permafrost zone. Um, and so there's fewer long distance roads because of the whole engineering challenges of, that when you build just about anything on permafrost, even without global warming, it tends to sink, just what little thawing and freezing that you do get. And so that as I remember, like they have there's the part of the Trans-Siberian Railroad tracks that goes around the northern end of China, uh, actually goes through some area that's several hundred meters above sea level and has a permafrost zone, and that they've just had problems ever since they built the thing with it sinking, and that was why they originally wanted to build the tracks straight to Vladivostok through Harbin, and that resulted, of course, in Japanese attack. Um, and we have the whole story of the war between Russia and Japan. I am the first one to finish. Okay. Well, who knows if there was someone else. Okay. Um, yeah. Let's see. Maybe I can, thinking about just playing the generic world map. Where does that go? Um, oh yeah, you mentioned my statistics. One country game. I didn't know I was that averse to it. Um, yeah. Oh, I've been a pro member since April 27th. Okay, so that's Yeah, I know that. So that yeah, I knew that it was not very long before I got vaccinated. Um, and I that so that makes sense. Um, yep. Um, yeah, I just was thinking about something in Explorer mode. Yeah, I have played Mexico. I played Guat. I haven't played Colombia in Explorer mode or any of these. Wait, I like Bolivia. I've not played this map yet. Um, let's see. Do I want to play it in Explorer mode or do I want to put up a challenge on it? Um, right. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I've definitely been moving more in the wait, how do I get to the browse maps? That's the thing I was thinking of. In case I wanted to play the world map. Um, let's see, popular maps. The dumb test is what. Yeah, yeah. You see, this one, like, is the French map that I was playing before. That it may be coming up as a more popular map because it's my search result. Right. Uh, so we have yeah. There's another French map. La Diversité Française. United States No Blurry. That's a classic. Um, yeah, I also like A Balanced World. Okay, I don't think I've seen. I saw the sign. Yeah, I think I'll play that. Um, and then I can put a challenge on it. And I lost the window with my Twitch channel in it. Be prepared
You're
from
the
the. See, I wanted to avoid, like having to input it into my own channel because it's just one of those things that you feel like not doing. It's going to have feedback problems. Um, okay, so I'll set up one of those 3-minute timers again. Yeah, now that it's cooling off in the middle of the night, I might want to actually step outside for a bit. Okay. So we have, I saw the sign. We have Geiranger Gallery. Uh, is that Norway or Sweden? Um, Norsk Fjord Center. We have Norway. Um, Ålesund. That's a place, right? Except it's on a bus. Um, we have an Asian tour group. It looks like. Um, we have Dagligvarer groceries. So I'm guessing this place is called Geiranger. Um, is that cut or is that natural? I think that's natural. Um, a fairly low tree line and deeply incised. So this is like this makes me think this is the end of a fjord, right? You know, like near. Yep, there's the a cruise ship landing spot. Um, okay, so Geiranger. Could it be in this big fjord? Um, yeah, there's so many of these things to look at. Right? We have Kjetil Sørensen. Okay, let's look at the village back here. Turistbussen Ålesund. Um, like Ålesund, I think I've heard of. There's Haugesund, Ålesund. There's Ålesund. Okay. Geiranger. No, Geiranger. Right. Um, there's Geiranger. Okay. So we return to start. It was in front of the Geiranger Gallery. Yeah, it looked like it was farther. Yeah, it wasn't right in the port area, right? It was farther up. Oh no, it wasn't. Okay. It was right there. Okay, so oh, there's the hotel. Yeah, that Fjord Nature Base Camp. Okay, Jokar. Yeah, so that must have been the name of the grocery store, you know, is okay. We have Cordoba. Yeah, I saw the sign, right? Okay, next question. Which Cordoba is it? Camping Carlos the Third, La Carlota. I'm thinking is this Spain and not Argentina? Patrimonio Mundial, World Heritage. Islamic emblems. Yeah, I'm thinking, you know, like that this is not Argentina. This is Cordoba in Spain. Um, yeah, train station. Renfe is the rail company, right? Um, okay, where is the train station in Cordoba? Okay, there's the incoming railroad tracks. So, Estación Renfe de Cordoba. Okay. We're north of the station, so we're over there. in wait, are we in that corner? Yeah, because of the things coming together. Okay, 5K. First stop, Francistown. Francistown is Botswana, right? No cycling beyond this point. Yeah, this is like the striped British Imperial curbs, except that these are yellow and black. Often you see white and black in former British colonies. Okay, so Francistown is up in this part of Botswana. I think it's the second largest town in the country, after Gaborone. Um, let's see. So this is a large north-south street. Could it be that one? Right near the. Yeah, so this is certainly the city center, where you would expect to see this sort of thing. Um, yeah, no parallel parking. Very spacious and convenient, like some U.S. towns are. Let's see, food crazy takeout. I thought I saw that. Maybe I did. Um, no, maybe not. Consolidation loans up to 100,000 Ps. Hmm. Hmm. Tops. Fernmart. Yeah, so going northward, it curves around in that direction. Like maybe we're here. Um, that looks like a possibility. Um, yeah, so then we'd be leaving the center. Okay, so it was over there. Um, Francistown has a train station. Okay. Oh, that makes sense because it was. Yeah, right. Of course, Francistown has a train station because that's why Botswana is there. That they that what happened was that it was the big rail project from Cape Town to that they thought of possibly eventually extending the track to Cairo, which they never did. But that the short distance objective, like was to construct a railroad to Rhodesia, and have a good transport route into the interior, not that can be guarded from the Afrikaners, who had different republics at the time, Transvaal, the Orange Free State, um, and that railroad route, that they went around through the Kalahari, they went around the Afrikaner area through the Kalahari Desert, and that Botswana was conceived of that there would be a protectorate, where they would guard the Tswana from the Afrikaners, and then that they would then have this railroad right of way, um, and so it went, like through, and then, that this railroad then continues northward, as I said, to Harare and, you know, Eldoret. Okay. Kenya. Yeah, okay, so in this one they point you right at the sign, it's kind of, yeah, this one is definitely, like I want to take a look at the mosque just, like because I am interested in architecture. Um oh no, no, that's a Sikh temple. Okay. So not something you expect to see in Kenya. Uh Although of course, like strong South Asian communities in the former countries of British East Africa, that there was the one that, there was the attempt by Idi Amin to eliminate South Asians in Uganda. I don't think he, necessarily wanted to exterminate them, just didn't want them around. Um, but we have, okay, so returning to start, we have, oh, it's P.O. Box 1080. Okay, so that's not an address. Okay, so it looks like we're in the center. Um, yeah, so the center, of course, is all, the modern, uh, foundation town sort of thing with streets that intersect at right angles. Huge Safaricom sign, like telling us that we are really in Kenya. Um, we have Moy Street. Okay, and there's another Sikh temple. So there's marked on here Hindu temple. There's Moy Street. Um, okay. So on our original street, we had Cicada Lodges and Hotel. Yeah, we saw Bank of Baroda, so it's this part of the center. Guru Singh Temple, Tulsi Apartments. Um, yeah, so you could, yeah, so that's okay. So it was over there. Uh, so that's one of, so there's Guru Singh Temple here. There's Hindu Temple here. Wait, so which way were we looking at? Are there three of them? Hmm. Yeah, yeah. So this is Guru Singh Temple. This is Hindu Temple. So uh, this may or may not, reflect an actual difference in religions, right? Like sometimes, sometimes people in other countries are not very particular about these things, reporting them to Google. Um, so this is a place with Cyrillic. I saw the sign and it pointed, I think, at this. What is that? It's Torgi. Yeah, I don't, if that's the sign in Quit. There's Hotel Mai, Uditsa something. Okay, so we have unusually high mountains for Russia. Uh, I'm thinking maybe the Caucasus from the general appearance. Um, that may, like if that was like the Altai or something, in Asia, I would think that it would be. Wait, here's a European Union flag and um, was this perhaps a Russian place in, let's see, Bielosteel, Povernia. Okay. Um, Rockefeller Street. Okay, bilingual in something. English on their biblioteca library. So this is odd then. Wait, .bg on the sign. Okay, so this is the reason why there was an EU sign is because this is Bulgaria, not Russia, right? Um, okay, so yeah, Musawa Peak is near Sofia, right? Is the highest point in this part of Europe. Even higher than Olympus, it turns out. You know, it's the tallest peak in the. Um, let's see. So could we be in Blagoevgrad? Um, that is south to the high mountain. Hmm. Wait, if we go back to the. I saw the sign. It can't be that one. You know, that's ridiculous. Let's see, Hellenic. Wait, though, so that's the south. Uh, let's see. So big mountains to south, maybe it's north of. Okay, so it put us. It was in a smaller place. This place Petrich, um, Kongura. So it's on the border with. It's near the border with Greece. Um, yeah, not very big at all. Which yeah, often I'm bad at judging urban area sizes from street view. You know, like I think I'm partially used to North America. You know, like where urban areas are gigantic, like thin things, like with made up of single family houses and parking lots and things, and that in other parts of the world, small urban areas are much more concentrated. Um, yep. So I haven't liked this map yet, which I should do. All right. So I think I might want to play one more and go out for a late night walk. Um, let's see. Um, do I think yeah, USA No Blurry I like. Um, no, that's not the one. Simi, US, United States No Blurry, right? Has a lot of explorers. Okay. Looks interstate class highway. Small for an interstate class highway. Like only two lanes in each direction. Red dirt. Um, possibly drier. Um, so red dirt, you always, first place in the U.S. you think of course, is Georgia. I think this is not Georgia. I mean, yeah, lots of big pickup trucks. Um, okay, well, on an interstate highway, you just sort of walk in some direction and look for the big green signs, right? Usually, although you can encounter shockingly long stretches where there aren't any. Of course, the classic place for lack of signs in the U.S. is Vermont, where there are actually regulations on them. Gas food 20 miles, so this is likely to be. a more remote sort of area, but um, where would look like this and be more remote? There's significant hills, right? Um, it's not extremely flat, and we have Wichita Falls 121. Wichita Falls is in Texas, unlike Wichita, which is in Kansas. There's Wichita Falls. There is only one interstate class highway that goes to Wichita Falls, which is 44. Chickasha 23, I think that's Oklahoma. Um, right. Um, okay, there's Chickasha. Let's see. So 23 miles is about 40 kilometers. Um, right. I mean, these things are actually 1 mile each. By the way, these things are called sections. They're as a result of U.S. Land use patterns that came from something called the 1785 Land Ordinance, which, it had a bunch of regulations for Western settlement. It was the first U.S. anti-slavery law. Um, 1, 3. Okay, so I was thinking about trying to come up with 22 miles. I think that if that's true, it would actually be like close to the edge of Oklahoma City, like here. Um, yeah, yeah, you can see, like it changes, there's the urban edge right there of Oklahoma City. So it's around there, I think. Um, Mile 105, Bornage in imperial units. Um, yeah, so that last one, it was 2.5 kilometers, so not, good guess. Let's see, White Oak Farm Court. Let's see, a white oak, that's a species that we have here. Um, Beam for sheriff. Uh, that indicates that we are in a less urban area, um, which we knew already. Um, that cities have police chiefs, not sheriffs. Um, well, there are some cities that actually do have sheriffs. Las Vegas has what's called the Clark County Sheriff, instead of the city being uh, the sheriff's, the police department. Um, elect Carol Mitchum sheriff. Okay. Elect Monday Hefner. Lincoln County. Okay. You would think that Lincoln County means that you're not in the South, but there are actually a few Lincoln counties in the South named after some other guy named Lincoln. And also, if it's a county named after Abraham Lincoln, that's a late date of establishment for a county. So it was either renamed or we are in the West. Is that 704 on the 704? I do not know 704. Wait, 704 I think is North Carolina, isn't it? Like Charlotte? Um, yeah, 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 actually there is a Lincoln County near Charlotte that's like I remember noticing it and thinking, why is there a Lincoln County in North Carolina? And yeah, there's Lincolnton right there. Um, yeah, so there was some other Lincoln that some places were named after in the United States. Uh, Ray Watson Smith. The CAN capacitors, somewhat European looking gear though for the US. Um, let's see, do we have the street names? Okay, yeah, so it was near Lincolnton. Um, we have 19 kilometers from the correct location. Yeah, I'm wondering, I thought it actually looked drier when at the beginning, right? But it wasn't. This looks like California. Um, right, California has this sort of grassy, semi-arid steppe with a lot of trees. Oh, that looks so California, like that. This is irregular volcanic terrain. Um, people that watch American television, of course, have all seen this as the generic, you know, uh, place that people are on television, um, that they try to pass off as any part of the United States, no matter how absurd. Um, Except usually they don't try to claim they're on the East Coast, but that. Oh, there's a clue. We have a U.S. Government property. Um, which Yeah, it looks sort of like Eastern San Diego County actually to me, or that I'm thinking, there's a relatively irregular area of terrain, like around here, um, that I've seen that looks like this. Yeah, we got mountains. We have not seen any palms, uh, which if this is California, like that, some that's not uncommon. Um, Palms, it turns out, aren't even indigenous to Los Angeles. The first one was planted there in 1885. Um, that species is a very common one. Washingtonia filifera was originally a local endemic species in a place called Palm Springs, about 250 kilometers east of Los Angeles. Um, and then that it didn't spread from there because of a pass between there and Los Angeles where the tree could not survive the cold in the winter. And it turns out people have actually planted Washingtonians up there in modern times, and they do just fine because it's warmer than it used to be. um, but yeah, that I've seen in Street View specimens in that area, they're clearly at an altitude of 600 or 700 meters, and surviving in the Los Angeles area. Um, and that's high enough that it occasionally gets a bit of snow. Um, okay, so it was near Bakersfield. Okay, so at least same part of California that I was thinking of. Um, yeah, this also looks like we have maybe some Western Hills. Um, Architecture also looks like it could be California. Kirtland Veterinary Clinic. I don't know where Kirtland is. Oh, there's a San Juan County. I don't think there's a San Juan County in California. There's San Mateo, there's Santa Clara. I don't remember a San Juan. Um, but I don't remember where San Juan County is. San Juan County, 6,400. Numbers like that often are miles away from the county town, which would indicate that San Juan County is very large. 64 miles is, about 100 kilometers. Um, Kirtland Central High School, it says. Hmm. Okay, so if San Juan County is not California, and it's territorially, as I said, I think it may be territorially large. Um, I'm thinking it could be New Mexico. Looks relatively flat too for a western area. Wait, were those? No, that's some kind of willow or something. All your remodel needs. I haven't seen a phone number either. Um, let's see, San Juan County. Um, could that be one of the ones? I want to say this is San Juan County. Actually, Farmington might be. Except, is there a Kirtland? Either that or Durango. Durango might be San Juan County. Yeah, San Juan National Forest. Yeah, Durango is probably uh, okay. Where's Kirtland? Or like even Road 6400, right? Um, yeah, these things don't have enormous numbers like that. Um, okay. Farm. It was closer to. It was Farmington. Is must be in San Juan County, and there's Kirtland. Okay, yeah. So there's. Yeah, this is the San Juan River. Okay. Yeah, so I did remember that this area is an irrigated oasis. Maybe the relatively flat land should have tipped me off that it was here and not around Durango, because I think Durango is actually it's a high elevation place. It's like over 2,000 meters, and that this is where the water flows down into out of the mountains that capture it in Colorado here. And then the San Juan River, as I remember, I think it doesn't go anywhere, right? Or yeah, it goes. Okay, maybe it does actually flow to the Colorado then. Looking at it, yeah, it looks like it gets smaller and smaller, and goes down into a canyon here. Yeah, and then it looks sort of maybe like it optimistically might reach the Colorado River at times. That Yeah, so that was flowing into the Colorado River. That was sort of in the upper Grand Canyon. Um, we have front plates. Um, that one's fully visible, but you can't see a lot of details. Yeah, more front plates. I think that might be Ohio. That's white, red at top, blue at the bottom. Do I think this could be Ohio? Yes. Probably southern if it is. Um, yeah, you can see this area of Ohio with more woods in it is it's not as flat, could have this sort of appearance. What's the crop? Looks interesting. Washington, wait, Washington, comma something. Washington, Missouri. Okay. Um, yeah, I think Washington is out here, isn't it? Like no, I'm thinking maybe of Warrensburg. Yeah, I don't remember there. Yeah, I mean, the main Washington that you think of there being other than Washington in DC is okay. We have 636,239. Okay, 636. I don't know if it's in Missouri. Uh, uh, Oh, there's Washington. Okay, so this is, yeah, St. Louis itself is 314. But I remember that one. Um, I think 816 is Kansas City. Um, and 573 I think is Springfield. Um, I don't remember a 636 though. Okay, so we've got, yeah, so this is there are significant hills. It's not stupid flat like, is in northern Missouri or especially in Iowa. Um, so we definitely could be near Washington. We're on, let's see, a good sized, like 2-lane rural road, running from east to west. It could be, yeah, it could actually be this 100 running through Washington. Um, and it is. Okay. Um, yep. Okay. So as I pointed out, like probably going to end the stream now and head out for a walk late at night. Through the streets of the city with nobody in them.